Right now, I'm at the gate of the British cemetery, whereas the rest of the cemeteries in Goa are Portuguese cemeteries and cemeteries which were built after the liberation of Goa. This is the only unique cemetery which is known as British cemetery. Why it is known as British cemetery is very interesting. There's an interesting history behind it. There are 42 graves here. The last person to be buried historically was in 1912. So now why the British cemetery in a Portuguese, which was ruled in a territory which was ruled by the Portuguese. So the history is from 1799 to 1815, there was a threat of the French led by Napoleon Bonaparte to British in India. So the French and British were enemies, so there was a threat that the French would use Portuguese Goa as a base and throw out the British from India with the help of Tipu Sultan. That Napoleon Bonaparte and Tipu Sultan were pen friends. So there was a threat that the British were scared that the French Napoleon Bonaparte would use Portuguese Goa to throw out the British. So a small British force contingent was sent by the British government to Goa, and that particular force was housed in Resh Magos Fort, Agwat Fort, Cabo Rajniwas Fort. So these British soldiers were stationed here to protect Portuguese Goa against the French. Basically, British wanted to protect their own interests, that they might be defeated by the French. So from 1799 to 1815, all those who died in Goa, whether they were soldiers or whether they were British officers or British women, this place was reserved for them. They could not be buried anywhere else. Rest of the cemeteries, Goans and the Roman Catholic and Portuguese could be buried, but here only the British soldiers, officers, they could be buried. And those British who were belonging to the Methodist church, of course, so they were buried over here. So here you will find 42 graves of people like Margaret Steele and so many in this thing. So even after Napoleon's threat was over, okay, still those Britishers, whenever they came to Goa and if they died in Goa, from 1815 to 1912, they were reserved. This was the only cemetery where they were buried. The last body that was buried was in 1912. Okay. Now, this is a historical cemetery. It is abetting the Cabo Rajniwas Fort and the palace, and it is under the Goa State Archaeology. Now, recently, presently, I would say, it is in the news. News is because a corpse was buried here, and which belonged to the believers. It was buried here right hand side at the end. And this news, some people came to me and gave me the news that in a historical monument, which is now non-functional, it cannot be used as a cemetery because it's a monument under archaeology department, which DCP also recognizes. They have mentioned it as a monument. Nobody could be buried now. So you found a corpse over there, and they told me that the believers have buried it. Then my friend Cecile Rodriguez and Francisco Culasso, they came to me and they said the same story. They told me. So before that, when those people told me, I complained to the director of archaeology department about this. So she said that she had not seen it, and eventually she made a police complaint that a corpse was buried, and the corpse has to be exhumed. Now I do not know whether it is exhumed because no one can be buried because historical monument, and there should be no abuse of the historical monument. The historical monument should be historical monument. So archaeology department should look into this matter. They have complained to the police, but this body has to be exhumed, and henceforth such incidents should not occur because they have broken. Now it is locked. There are 2 locks, but this was broken open, okay, and they buried it. At what time we do not know. So I am told that on 29 July this happened, and it was brought to my notice on the 30th of July. So this is a historical monument which needs to be protected.
So, but don't you think that the permission should be taken directly, how the person can come and directly?
Yeah, this is a good question. No, they did not take permission. So when I asked the director of archaeology, she told me that no permission has been applied for, and they would have turned down the permission. Plus, they said those who were buried, they said they belong to the Methodist Church, and they took the permission from CCP. So the director of archaeology was saying how they can CCP can give permission when it is under their control, under the control of archaeology department. So this is what is right now happening. We do not know whether the body is exhumed. It needs to be exhumed.